All right, folks, we are back for match 2. Hot Takes, Kent Ketter. We are brought to you by Cardhoarder, and we are playing Knightfall. That is the name, sponsor, deck. Hot Takes. Yes, got it all. I will play first. That seems powerful. Ooh, this hand, though, while decent, it doesn't do enough, so we're going to mulligan this. I think in Modern especially, you want to be high in the power curve. Oh! A stone uncastable. Let's get that good scry. Get that good scry. That good scry. No, we'll bottom you. Really just hoping for a land. How was that good scry? Those Pride Mages are going to haunt me. Haunt me. Anytime there's like random like 2-ofs, which are, you know, great. I'm sure they're fantastic in this deck. I tend to draw them like all the time. Be it Thalia's and Band Company or just, you know, whatever like the utility 2-ofs are. I see them like I have 4 copies, and sometimes it's nice. I don't feel like it's a card I want to see in this deck very often in your game ones. Discard? Whoa. I guess that's not that surprising, honestly. Well, sorry. Minor mistake there, folks. Once I realized I had the spell Queller, I'm definitely supposed to shuffle that away. So hopefully our opponent presents us with a land on this Goblin Guide, or we have to shuffle that away. That's kind of a bummer. I think this is the burn matchup, and I want to be as close as possible to, like, on top of it. And that's a little too much value to bleed there. If they go Eidolon, we're not too happy here. Interesting. Mardu Burn getting the nod over Naya. I would imagine it's just to slam a Eidolon here. No. Eh? Okay, okay. Let's see what we reveal here. Cannot actually accept that. No. And we're going to take a bunch here. So we'll have the Blessed Alliance to bring in, get to try that card out for a couple games. Sorry, I get to try it out here specifically in Burn. I think it's good there. I mean, eat a Goblin Guide, gain 4. 4 mana is a lot. Yeah. It's going to do stuff. It's a matchup where we want it. This guy, though, I don't know how good that is. It does blow up the prospective Eidolons. Yeah, we're just gonna get a green source here. White source might be better. 4 green, 2 white. Wait. 6 green. So I think we take the plains here. I think the difference is minimal. We're going to have a blocker. Yeah, this will be okay. I mean, we could very well just be dead, thanks to 3 cards out of the opponent's hand. So, like, land drop, 5, 3. Yeah, we might just be dead. That's okay. Call this the old can't win them all. But I am going to block here. Give me the block. Ooh, okay. So either means we're very, very dead or we're very dead. gonna pass. Try to Queller their end turn spell. Wonder if I had a fetchable island. Yeah. Let's try to hit a Queller here. Well, no Queller, but double Knight's pretty good. Unfortunately, we might just be dead. Because that's how this goes. Two burn spells. We are no longer going to win. So I can sack this and just find an island if that exists. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, just attack for 1 here. So right now in my head, I'm going through some loops. Let's verbalize this. If I draw like an untapped green source, I can have Queller plus Pride Mage. I think I'm gonna play this out more as the threat of having it. I don't want to actually put myself down a card. Tap for... So we actually have kind of an interesting sequence here. Yeah, this is going to be pretty close here. These Quellers are going to do a lot of work. So I'm assuming our opponent's going to... Oh, just going to block here. Okay. That is fine with us. Our opponent might just be on stone nothing, which would be glorious. Yeah, this is actually, I'm getting quite excited now. So the addition of these Quellers here sets us up for a few different sequences at end of turn. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. So the thought is like we can run out a Queller, and then if they have an answer or a response to that Queller, so I'm going to go see if we have a basic island. The answer to that is no, we do not. That's a complication, actually. That makes this near impossible to do. So let's just put a... Actually, I'll just have to hope they don't have another burn spell. Is that where we're at? Yeah. Yes, I would. So we're gonna spell Queller this one. Hope they don't have another one. Looks like they have another spell. Fortunately, this one can't fetch a blue source without us dying. Just want to make sure I'm not crazy. Yeah. Yep. All right, that's game. That was a chance to be interesting, but you know, as burn is burn is. They get in certain situations where you're just like, all right, well, you got me. Cards that burn doesn't want to deal with. So these are all cards that I would like to see against burn. This puts us even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. So that puts us dead even there. Maybe I'm supposed to cut some of these. Something like this, maybe? So my thought here is if you cut the companies and the retreats, I don't think you particularly care about retreat here. It's really slow, it doesn't interact with the rest of the deck, and then I would rather have access to Negate, Worship, and Blessed Alliance than Collected Company. And then we get access to a few other things here. The nice part is Company does put, 4 power of things into play, which works around Eidolons. So it's not like those cards are terrible. Negate's also like a medium rate, but I like the protection in the late game. I think we... Wow. Ooh, the Collected Company does work around. Interesting. What if we cut some of the companies, but not all of them? So by the looks of this, we're cutting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're bringing in 4. Maybe I don't want negate. I think I do. Blessed Alliance might be the incorrect card that I'm intrigued in here, but I think I want to go with this Slice of Life. Actually, keeping 3 of the nobles and 1 bird, and making this happen. So I'm going to cut 3 birds and the Pride Mages. I don't think it's... I'm saying it's not good enough against Eidolon. Am I crazy? Bringing you more expensive stuff too. Yeah, this sideboarding just might be psychotic, but we're gonna go with it to be a slightly slower deck. Yeah, I'm not really sure there. Being wrong is part of my game, I guess. Green, white, green, tapped. Yeah, we'll keep. It's not pretty, but I don't hate it. We don't really care for the blue source until late, so this works out pretty well for us. If our opponent doesn't have turn 1 Goblin Guide, I think we'll be much happier. Turn 1 Swift Spear is bearable, but turn 1 Goblin Guide is where like the deck I think just jumps up a notch. Pretty much the only thing I want is a land. Put a green white in play. Take our 2 here. Yeah, put a blocker. We'll be fine. I think this sequence is gonna pay off some pretty big dividends. So the thought here is we throw this block in immediately, just get that taken care of if our opponent is willing to give it to us. From there, we have a Scavenging Ooze sequence, which is pretty decent. Playing a Township up. I do expect this voice to get bopped. Sorry, the voice to get like blazed or blooded. So if I put Finks in play, that's good. Guess we'll just put this Ooze in play. Play this Birds of Paradise. Attack for 3, and we're just gonna try to win the race. Rainagore. That's a good one. Cutting the Pride Mages is looking silly. Was kind of expecting more a Eidolon answer. So I wasn't like, that's why I was waffling, was like, oh, is it really good against Eidolon? It's fine. Whenever our opponent boarded in the sweeper, it would just accent my lack of knowledge in the format. I mean, I already misidentified the last round, even though I've said Grixis Delver. I boarded like it was Grixis Control. Oh well. So next turn, I'll probably play Breeding Pool tapped. Leave up Company. How does the burn deck keep up with Company? I'm genuinely interested to know. Yeah, 5 here is enough. We leave up the Collected Company and the Negate, depending on what the opponent wants to sequence into. Sure. Let's see if we hit a Queller. We do. And a Noble Hierarch. So we're going to Queller. We're going to put these in any order. I don't really care. Yep. Yep. Take 7. Ooh. Collected Company. Kind of stinky if they have a sweeper. If they were a step ahead, but I don't really expect it out of them. Elemental's very strong against burn. That might be like a water, wet, grass, green type statement, but it makes me pretty excited. Feels like it brings a different level of, or a different type of pressure. It probably doesn't push them to access things like sweepers. It probably doesn't incentivize them to go as far as to access sweepers, but it puts them in a position where they have to consider it. Yeah, I thought so. All right. Okay, Rainagores are in. Oh, bumps make that awkward. Yeah, we're gonna run like this. No worships. 2 negates. Sure. Okay, so I just went back to the Pride Mages, cut the worships, realizing that the opponent's a bump in the night deck. Ooh, could have been awkward. Oh, we're at 1 worship, woo, and then I bump you. Huh. It's small things. But I think we give that up. That also makes us immune to... Well, not immune to, but Destructive Revelry only hits our coursers at that point, which is fine. This hand, on the other hand, is bad. Bad. Mulligan. Hope is this the mulligan button? Is the left one the mulligan button? I hope the left one's the mulligan button. It is. And keep. And top. Don't tune me, bro. Opponent kept 7. This might be an interesting game. Planes, right? There's a planes, right? Yeah. I might end up in a really good position if I'm able to, ride this Queller. I imagine it's going to be a bolt the bird strategy. I mean, if they're on the mono burn spell draw, but like they just want to throw them upstairs, my best hope here is that they fetch up, wait to my end step and try to Boros Charm me. It's much more likely, though, that they have a searing effect. Blood or Blaze, doesn't matter, both are a blowout. Oh, they have a Rainer Core. Okay. Don't think my opponent will put in enough to kill this knight. Maybe I trade the knight if my opponent wants to give me Swift Sparrow. They have 2 1-mana spells. It's still not big enough. Well, Swift Spear was kind of a dead card here. Okay. Get to untap. I think we're heavily favored. Heavily. Not like a little favored, like a lot favored. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to pass. Get to sit on Spell Queller. 2 of them. Feels like it makes this matchup pretty tough to lose. So our opponent going to end a turn cast something is the real question. It looks like they are. Boros turn? Yeah, I'll bite. So if our opponent has another land and a Searing Blaze, we're not happy. If our opponent has spells like Lava Spike, we are very happy. I think we're going to realize pretty quickly we're not losing this one. I won't block here. It won't really be much of a challenge, because even with it, put a blue-white into play, eat the forest, put a something else into play, a fetch land to put something else into play. I'd like to pay 2 life. The answer to that is no. Fetch land, which will get us a breeding pool. Just going to do a little life management here. No. Okay. So now if we path, okay. So if they just take 8, do we care? No. If they path, do we care? So we just eat that. Opponent eats 8 here. Okay. And then that sets us up for... Sorry. So then play this tapped. This is going to set us up for a decent path to exile on his next turn. Tank is a fun place to be. I think this Spell Queller, by the way, deflecting palm underneath it. Oh, that's good stuff. Just gonna path here. That'll lock up game. Okay. Oh, this might kind of just close it up for us. Sure. We're just going to attack with these 2 Spell Quellers. Actually, I guess we're just supposed to attack with the knight there as well. Punts. Might come back and haunt us. Ugh. Yep. 7. Does our opponent have 2? Removal spells or damage dealing spells? I guess the downside is if it's like one of these, it's really not good for us. Draw a card in a turn, get cheeky. Okay. From here. Don't think there is something that will get us caught by all of these. Okay, well, guess our burn opponent was trying to get us to do something. I don't know. Do as much damage as you can and kill him. I think we might have given our opponent an extra turn there unnecessarily. But, man, the burn matchup really, really pushes you to try to understand like every small edge your deck can get, specifically in the life total department. So, anyway, decent little match there. Got to see Spell Queller quell some spells, which is always a good time. Deck's looking pretty sweet. Definitely a difficult one that gives you kind of a Delver or mid-range feel, but has that nice combo finish, which is almost becoming a minimum requirement for Modern. So this was Kent Ketter with Hot Takes, bringing you Knightfall. That was match 2. Join me here for match 3. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Yeah, we'll see you then. Thanks.